So, fellas, there is a name, let me say a man in the name of Phil Craig. This guy is from the UK. He immigrated to South Africa many years ago. He's now a South African citizen with a South African passport and ID. Well, he's not very happy with how South Africa is run, and he's opened a political party. And his goal is to cut South Africa into different countries. So the Western Cape, which is the side where Cape Town is pointed at, that's where Phil Craig stays. And he wants the Western Cape to be free from the rest of South Africa. And this is very interesting because this goes under the radar. Nobody talks about this. Let me repeat myself. A British guy from Britain comes to South Africa, lives in South Africa for many years, acquires the South African citizenship and a passport, elects himself to open a political party and start a movement where they want South Africa divided. Phil Craig. Now, at last, I was very worried, and so were many people. At last, somebody stood against it. Somebody signing a petition. We've seen many petitions against many things. There was a petition against Chidima. Now at least there's a petition about this is something that makes sense. And somebody started a petition. He says, as proud, I'm going to read what he said. He says, as proud South African, I am deeply disturbed by the action of Phil Craig, a UK nationalist who is causing division in our country. His actions are reminiscent of apartheid era, threatening to tear apart the unity we have fought so hard to establish. It is unacceptable that an outsider seeks to disturb our peace and harmony. South Africa has come a long way since the end of apartheid in 1994. We have thrived for unity and equality among all citizens, regardless of their race and ethnicity. The introduction of divisive ideologies from foreign national Phil Craig threatened this progress. Okay, I'm not going to continue because it's a long letter. Basically, the guy says, well, I think we have overlooked this Craig Phil dude for a long time. It's about time to stand up and do something about it. We cannot allow an individual like Craig Phil who do not understand or respect this diversity to undermine our unity. Okay, so South Africa is a rainbow nation where blacks and white and Indians and Chinese, Chinese too. I'm not 100% sure how the Chinese got involved, but yeah, there are Chinese in South Africa that are categorized as black. So in South Africa, black people do get some leverage. It's called the BEE, Black Economic Empowerment. This was a program that was created in order to help black people move forward and get opportunities. Because during apartheid era, that was before 1994, black South Africa never really had great opportunities. Financial opportunities, business opportunities. With the BEE program, it was established with the goal of helping black South Africans get money, get into the finances, get them to the highest level of authority in businesses and stuff like that. Now, in South Africa, Chinese qualify to be black. So they get the BEE program. But if you go to China, you're black. Anyway, let's continue. So Phil Davis, or Phil Craig is his name. He said he doesn't like the way the country is being run by black people.
To the government in waiting, whether it's going to be led by Ramaphosa or Zuma or Malema, or all three of them, that you will never be our leaders. Because we despise everything that you've come to stand for. We didn't vote for you and we don't want to serve under you. You cannot be our government.
Black people don't know how to run the country. He didn't use those words, but that's the idea. Okay? They don't like the way the country is being run, and the country could be run differently because South Africa is a rainbow nation. The other side of the rainbow nation, those colors of the rainbow nation, should keep the Western Cape, which is a massive area, probably one of the richest, one of the richest in South Africa. Beautiful view, lovely insights and sceneries. Tourism is pumping fluid. They want to keep that side, and all the dark-skinned people can stay on the other side, so they can separate you. And I don't know. This is crazy. My question again, I know I'm going to bother many people. Just imagine somebody from Malawi coming to South Africa and staying for 20 years, getting a South African ID and a passport, and start a movement, open a political party, start a movement to separate South Africa into small portions. Would he still be alive? I'm just asking. Look, don't get me wrong. Every country has situations where people get unalived for political reasons. All right, we see that very, very, very much in many places. Nobody's immune to that. Do you think if somebody from Uganda was to come to South Africa and acquire a nationality and do that, They will accept. They will let this run for this long. And I think these are the conversations people don't like, but I don't care. These are conversations people need to have. Wrong is wrong. Right is right. Doesn't matter who says it. Wrong shouldn't be okay just because somebody who says it is white. Then it's more tolerable. Shouldn't be. That petition should be signed long time ago. And the idea shut. And I can understand people saying it's never going to happen. Yeah, it's never going to happen. It shouldn't be spoken about at all. It shouldn't be a discussion or an idea. You should shut that down from the get-go. Imagine somebody going into the UK and say, oh, well, now I'm a UK citizen. You know, I'm from Uganda originally, but I want this side of the UK, Leeds, to be another country. I'm going to run my political party. You know what? They're probably going to remove his UK citizenship immediately and put him on the ship. They won't even put him on the flight back. On the ship, in a cargo, they're going to send him back to Uganda. And they're going to make sure the ship turns all the way around from Morocco down to Namibia, South Africa, and go up. They won't send him straight. They will send him in the cargo. If he was Ugandan, I'm Ugandan, I'm now British, I got the passport now, create my political party, and I want Leeds or Liverpool to become a country. Unacceptable. I think people should be accepting such things. Again, congratulations for this person that has the courage. I think these are the type of petition we want to read, not stupid petitions about absolutely stupid things that makes no sense. I'm sorry, but these are things people should be fighting about. But nobody's giving. There is no 1,000 signature. Why? Why is there no 1,000 signature? But there are 100,000 signature when you need to do absolutely nonsensical things like signing out Chidima. I mean, is Chidima more dangerous than this guy? Or the idea of separating South Africa into multiple parties? And I know it may take years to get there, but trust me, an idea is a seed that very slowly grows into something. It should be unacceptable. Let me know how you feel about this. It's always a great pleasure. We're going to talk about Africa, whether you like it or not. Africa doesn't belong to you. If your continent, your country, your situation, your town is in Africa, we are going to discuss it. We don't believe in countries. We believe in the unity of the black people. If you don't want to be part of the unity, we're going to force you into the unity until you learn. You know, kids, when they grow into the family and there's a father, he doesn't give them options, saying, oh, you want to go to church? Or you don't want to go to church, because they know the child is going to say, no, I don't want to go to church. Do you want to go to school? No, I don't want to go to school. Of course, he's going to say, I don't want to go to school. So what do you do as a parent? You need to force that kid to go to school and respect the elders. That's the only way. That's what works in Africa. In most cases, actually, Africans, you don't give them choice. You don't let them choose for themselves. You must force them into a direction until they acquire discipline. Let me tell you something. The reason why you see in some African countries, people are respectful. They will stand on the line waiting for the bus. They will stand on the line waiting for the bus without having to jump the queue or going in front of somebody. You know why? You know how they got like that? It's because some of the white people beat the living crap out of them. Yes. To teach them how to be disciplined. That's how they were like, okay. You can clearly see that in many African countries where white men didn't beat people very much. They're very disorganized. It's mayhem. They run into taxis, jumping into taxis, because they never learned. They never were beaten up properly to be in line. And I'm sorry, I know it's sad, but that's the reality. Today, you can go in many African countries, some African countries specifically, you will see them standing on the line. It's not because they learned from daddy and mommy. If daddy and mommy taught them that, it's because daddy and mommy were beaten up by the colonizer. That's why. That's how they know how to stand on the line. So sometimes you need to teach people the hard way, where it's hurt. God bless.